Yo.
No bars off. Huh. Yeah. MCs take no bars off.
Live from Burger Bistro, man.
Once again.
What a blessing. What a blessing. Yeah. This is it's a monumental moment.
Right.
I'm very excited.
Talk about it.
But before we begin, thank you for everybody for subscribing. We just passed 4,000 subscribers.
Nice. Beautiful
thing. For everybody know we dropping every Tuesday now. You can catch us on DETV cable access in Delaware. You see us repping. No bars off.
DETV, check it out. Delaware, Pennsylvania, Philly, all that. Y'all check us out on your local Comcast station.
Yeah, every Tuesday, 9 p.m. I think it is. Shout out to Ivan Thomas and the whole team over there.
Yes, sir.
Man, listen. Just last week, we were able to host an event for our brother Skyzoo. Shout out to Skyzoo, Burger Bistro. But the idea from that, for that event, came from the first joint
that we
did, which might I say was an epic event.
That was a legendary event.
Ayo, Shamir. Ayo,
we need that footage, don't we?
We need that footage,
man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we do.
Nah, that was like,
man. That was a classic night.
I gotta thank my bro for thinking of us.
True.
Because, I know he was like, yo, come through Homestead. We ain't know what that entailed.
Yeah.
Right?
That was just real open-ended. Pause.
Yeah, never seen this spot, nothing. We get up in there, he's like, hand us mics, like, yo.
Do whatever. Do y'all.
Right? So, totally, like, just a blessing to be on that stage and to be able to speak about just bars and rhymes and song structure and production and everything that goes into it. And for all of y'all new subscribers, we are No Bars Off.
Yes, sir.
A show podcast where we talk about everything related to hip hop lyrics, the entendres, the similes, the metaphors, and today we're gonna get deeper and learn some terms that we don't know.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Why not?
Ain't much for it. Some treats on us. Like this is what we're here for.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this brother here, oh man, I don't even know how to introduce. All I can say is it was last year we wanted to feature the battle rhyme, the battle verse, and he was like, nah, I'm over it. We was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? But the rhyme was so intense.
Yeah, very intense.
The structure.
Very intense.
And the way the bars were put together, it was perfect for what we do.
Very intentional.
Very, very intentional.
Very intentional.
Every line was like crafted. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just a jab. It was like it was personal shots. It was flow switching. It was just a lot. And he's been doing this for his whole career, which is why we were so fortunate to be on the stage talking to him. Man, we go back, brother.
Man, we go way back.
We go back, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm taking too long with this intro, but for y'all that don't know, my bro BX now in Atlanta.
Yes, sir.
Mickey Factz.
Smicky. What's up, man? Dean Factz in the building.
Dean Factz.
Pendulum Mink.
Yeah. We can start there. Actually,
let's start there.
Start there.
You know what? No, you know what? I want to start with your name because I don't know if everybody knows where.
How about we start with our names?
Oh yeah, we didn't sound.
Yeah, that should start with your names.
I'm Bulwark Brown.
I'm Shot Stimuli. We start with our names. We forget.
Yeah, we assume everybody knows us.
Well, I'm gonna put the names at the bottom.
So. Yeah, you'll see them early. Don't worry.
Yeah. But how did Mark turn into Mickey?
Well, Mark turned into Renegade first.
This is true.
Okay. And I chose the name Renegade because it was a word that was easy to rhyme with. So I was able to do shade, grenade, paid, wave, slave, trade. I was able to do all kind of rhyming with that. So that's why I chose Renegade. And then my mans was like, you can't be Renegade. Like, imagine you get on stage and they like, yo, Renegade, we presented an award. And it was like,
yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool. So I started to think about what would be my name.
Right.
And there was this woman MC named Driz Mommy. Shout out to Driz Mommy.
Yeah, shout out to Driz.
She was incredible. She was an incredible lyricist that I took a lot from.
Okay.
And that's saying a lot coming from me, but I took a lot from her. She was outrageous. And one day we were like, yo, let's be a group.
Okay.
And she was like, let's be a group called Mickey and Mallory.
I know where this is going. That's dope.
Mickey and Mallory. And I was like, what is that? And she was like, let's watch the movie.
Yeah.
So we watched Natural Born Killers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the mixtape was supposed to be Natural Beat Killers.
Nice.
And
That's concept.
when I left watching that movie, I said, I'm going to call myself Mickey because Mickey loves Mallory. She retired, so I said, I'm going to just have Mallory be hip hop.
Wow.
And Mickey would do anything for Mallory.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, Mickey, I got the first name. What's next? And I was like, and now this is 2005. So around this time, Hove is like, William H. Hoffa. He's just saying, he's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's so like, it's like Mickey H. I was like, Factz. I only want to rap about Factz.
Yeah.
I was like, Mickey Factz. That sounds fire.
Right.
I said Factz. So when I wrote it out, the S, it looked weird.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna put the Z. And the Z is for like fashion and style.
Okay. Okay.
So that's where the name comes from.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Wait, Rockefeller. Were they ever trying to mess with you back? You and Mallory back then? Was that?
No, that wasn't us.
That wasn't y'all? Because I remember.
Cole said it.
Yeah. I remember Lenny telling me something about some people. I thought it was from the Bronx too. That's why I was like,
nah, it wasn't us.
y'all then.
Oh,
That
it
was
wasn't
crazy.
us.
Yeah, that would have been a wild connection.
Nah, that's dope. Okay, now we can talk about Pendulum Ink.
Yes.
I don't even know how to for y'all that don't know.
Frame that.
Yeah, how do you frame this? Because
It's wild.
a lot of people. Let's just start with the audacity.
Yeah, the nerve.
That's my word.
Yeah,
right.
the nerve.
A lot of people have ideas.
Yes.
You know, people have ideas for podcasts, blah, blah, blah. But to say, yo, and I see you post a question on Facebook, like, yo, would y'all mess with a school that taught people how to rhyme, like hip hop? And everybody say, yeah, that'd be dope, I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea. And then this guy, like, already had it in the works. You know what I'm saying? So there's no way we can introduce it and give it any type of context without you explaining the depths of it and your inspiration for it and everything. So please.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, I've known Shy for a long time. Shy, before I knew Shy, I was in a forum, a hip hop forum group, and there was this guy. He was a super fan of Shy.
Really?
When I say super fan, I mean super fan. And he was like, "This is the greatest rapper of all time."
Wow.
And I was like, "Yeah."
Right.
This is like 2001.
Okay.
Damn.
And he was
still rapping back then.
He was pumping this Shy shit, Shy Stimuli shit. And I just didn't get it. I was like, he's dope, but like I didn't get it until I really sat down and listened to him and fell in love with the style that he had. Like the, you know what I'm saying? It's that two deep breaths before he would.
Yeah, I don't even know what I did.
Yeah. You know, you would do that a lot, but that's neither here nor there. But I watched your documentary, right? And your passion to continue to do music in some way, shape, or form. And I have the same similar story of getting a record deal, losing the deal because the label folded, and I went to another record label, and I had a different team, going through the bureaucracies of that, and then being independent, and still being able to live, you know, independently. But then I'm saying to myself, what's next? What does retirement look like? What does a 401k plan look like? What is life insurance and health insurance and all of this stuff? What does it look like? And as I started to think more about it, I was like, I need to move into the education space. So then I started applying for colleges to teach rap. And I got turned down everywhere. This is 2019, 2020.
Love them no's, boy.
Yeah, nothing like
love them no's.
So the no's, I kept hearing no's. And I was just like, all right, I'm going to start my own school. I put the tweet out in January of 2021. I said, yo, would y'all come to a masterclass of mine? Because I got turned down from masterclass.
Right, yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
And I said, if I did a masterclass on rap for 8 months, would you sign up? And the response was overwhelming. I was supposed to do it with an app with a company called Black Dollar Network, but it didn't fall through. So then I forgot about it.
Yeah.
One of my professors, Comic Book Cam, he said, I do a masterclass for rap. It's a small community. It's like 10 people. Pull up. And whoever pulls up from you, I'll pay you half of what we make.
Nice.
He wound up paying me $250. When I got the $250, I was like, yo, he just paid me $250 to talk
About something I love.
about something I love. So then I said, I called him immediately and was like, yo, I think I could scale this with my name attached to it. And we could bring in bigger MCs. We could flesh this thing out. And he's like, I'm down. I said, all right, I can't do it without Chilla Jones. Because if something happened to me, I know I can trust Chilla with teaching what I know. Call Chilla, yo, you want to do it? He said, yes. Then I said, all right, I need one more person. So I called my man Jeff Walker, who's a mental health specialist.
Yeah.
So now we got Cam, who teaches people how to rhyme on beat. He's a jazz musician.
Okay, nice.
Then we got Chilla teaching the super crazy lyricism stuff. We got Jeff Walker, who teaches the mental health component. And then you got me, I'm the mastermind of everything. Then we reached out to another guy, Rob from Rap Seminar, and he's a real professor.
Right.
He does poetry. So he came in and looked over everything we did to make sure it aligns with the academic world.
Right.
And then he put together our curriculum, our lexicon, and our syllabus. And that's how Pendulum Ink started. Wow. And we did that in a month, and we launched in February. So I made that call in December. Yeah. And then December, January, we put it together, and then we launched in February. And what's interesting about it is a lot of people who signed up, it's crazy you mentioned that, a lot of people that signed up for that first year, they signed up because of Wraith. They were like, what you did in Wraith, teach us that.
That says a lot.
That's why we got so many students.
That's pretty amazing.
That's beyond amazing.
Wow. Man.
So that's the story.
No, that's
to bring it to fruition that quick.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, to put it out in the universe like that, see what kind of response you get, and just make it happen that quick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen. So you dropped an album.
Yes.
It's only us here. We were fortunate enough to, like I said, sit with you
Yes.
and talk about it.
Got the album early, right?
Yeah, got the album early.
Yeah.
Sat with it, so soulful.
Yes.
You know, I was listening on the way here, and I was like, man, calling me needs to be. We need to shoot a video, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because of the times that we're in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's one of those joints. But
Yeah.
it's what you do with so many layers, entendre, and stuff like that. So it was difficult for us to be like, man, we want to pick one, but we all were on the same page as far as Long Live and what it meant, and it being the students' final.
Yes. So I used every technique that we have in Pendulum Ink in this song. So I'm gonna break down what the lyrics mean, and I'll mention the name, but I can't tell you how I did it. You gotta sign up for the school.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? So like, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that y'all gonna hear in here.
Yeah.
That there are terms that you never heard before that you're gonna hear here. Every line is intentional. So when you hear it, it's gonna be like, okay, I see why he called it this.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you go from there?
There's only one place.
Yeah, there's only one place to go from there.
Y'all know about corner bending, metaphors, number puns, safety pitting, splicing. Y'all know about look, what I state is feeling. Even if you take an L from it, filing away what I state's appealing. Infinite, so the writtens embraces millions. The number 8 laying down while it faced the ceiling. Symbolism, the streets are a place to visit. No game, how we gon' play station, then it. Soul controller like Shang with spirits. Sung with liquor, karaoke, just face the lyrics. I'm in the coupe steering, saw a crew of female sleuths. I had the group staring, told them that I needed the proof of what my dude hearing. If they could provide the lies, then I'ma cook that goof and let the truth serum. The moon glaring, night lights, zeitgeist. A couple pixel have the wheels in your head turning, excite bite. I'm in the Mercedes, both of my homes built on a Holyfield buster. That's an Iron Mike fight. Quick scheme using last names of punches. Net worth is like I'm in the Batcave with butlers. Alter weather with my penmanship, the frigid type. Right to win, the so snowy, simple life. Reverse that so you can get it twice. Life simple, snowy, so it's winter right, wicked sight. All of my baggage claimed, but missed the flight. Y3 King, damn, I missed the flight.
Yeah.
Nice. What I state is feeling.
Okay.
Even if you take an L from it,
Yeah.
filing away what I state's appealing.
So you gotta let us at least,
Yeah.
you know,
Attempt.
yeah, we gotta. We're not gonna have the terms down there. We're gonna learn
yeah,
some terms,
that's-
and
yeah.
hopefully you'll let us use these terms.
Yes, absolutely. I
On
would
our
love- I
show
would
once
love
we
for y'all to.
once we have a better understanding.
Absolutely.
I've reached out to you at times like, hey, what is this thing
Yes.
that people are doing here? And you know you let us know.
Yes.
It's like, oh, that's called contain or
Yeah.
what's it called?
I forget.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Just different things, right? So we all about learning here.
Yeah, man.
So
absolutely.
yeah, keep going, Brown.
Yeah, what I state is feeling.
Right.
Even if you take an L from it, filing away what I state's appealing. So the feeling, you take the L out of feeling, making it filing. Right?
Yes.
But then you stand within the state, but a state and you appealing.
Yes.
So, are we on track at least with that?
Yes.
Okay.
getting there.
So that's a letter form.
Okay, got you.
You know what I'm saying? When you take a word or the shape of a word, or excuse me, of a letter, and you create a metaphor, simile, or entendre out of it, it's called a letter form.
Okay.
So taking the L out of filling creates filing, right? But then it also is an entendre because filing away what our state's appealing, right?
Yeah.
So if you lose, you appeal it.
Right.
When you take the
the
L.
L
Take the L.
The L's
Right.
a loss.
Right, it's the loss, but
Right.
you can appeal it.
So what I state is appealing.
Yes. So that's a letter for and an entendre. Double entendre.
I'm infinite. So the writtens embraces millions.
Yes.
The number 8 laying down while they face the ceiling. So you're infinite,
Yes.
like the number 8
Yes.
going sideways. Like,
Yes.
so that if that 8 is laying down facing the ceiling, it becomes the infinity sign,
Yes.
which is a symbol. And the writtens embraces millions. So by being infinite, millions is not even close to
Right.
where we're reaching.
Right.
But keep going. This is let me.
So that's personification.
Right.
I'm infinite.
I'm
Right.
You're infinite.
Infinite does not exist. So I'm infinite, and the writtens embraces millions. That's also metaphor.
Yeah.
Right. When you think, metaphor is, the comparison of something, two things that don't really work together. Love is blind. Right. So a written can't embrace millions.
Right.
It's just impossible. And then the number 8 laying down or on its side is infinity.
Right.
So that's a number pun, right?
Wow. Let me see that.
While it faces the ceiling, right? So that's symbolism. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm making the number 8 an animate object while it looks at the ceiling.
Yes. So that's personification too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Jeez, y'all.
Yeah, it gets spookier. It gets spookier.
We love it. We love it. We love
But
it.
the symbolism leads to the next line.
Right. Yes.
Symbolism.
Symbolism.
Streets are a place to visit.
Right,
No game. How we gonna play? Station in it.
right.
So the symbolism, okay, we linked that from the last line.
Yes,
So the streets are just a place to visit. We're just gonna make that, a statement.
Yeah.
But
Right.
then you say it's not a game. But how we gonna play anyway if you stationed in
Right.
Like you can't. That's almost like you can't see the forest for the trees, basically.
Right.
So it's not a game, but the game you're trying to play, you in it. So
now, I'm curious to know what that is when you take a word like PlayStation and you put that comma there and
that's
play
all it takes.
and station, then it still makes it makes it a word. I would have never known what that was.
So we call that corner bending.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So you take a word, in the poetry world it's called enjambment, but they do it at the end of a bar.
Right.
But we do it anywhere because it's hip hop. So it's corner bending, right? So you take a word, it might be a 2 or 3 syllable word, and use the comma to go in another direction.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So how we gonna play stationed in it, right? So it's like, I could have said no games, how we gonna play stationed in it, right? It doesn't have the same feel as how we gonna play stationed in it.
Okay.
that's
Right.
a pause.
Right, it's a pause there, but
Right,
that's what the comma is there for. So that's corner bending.
Gotcha. So that's different from when you break the word up at the end of the bar, like when LL said "rain down like a monsoon." Listen to the bass go boom. I don't love when that happens.
Soon.
But that's
Listen, so I don't know if soon was connecting to listen to the bass go boom.
it wasn't. It was just old school rap.
When you do corner bend, right? When you do a corner bend, it's connecting to the overall theme that I'm putting together.
Gotcha.
So no games and PlayStation work.
Yeah.
Right. But it also connects to the streets are a place to visit.
Gotcha. Okay. And now we go from PlayStation game to Soul Controller.
Yes. Chain punching.
Like Shang with Spirits, and for myself, it was like not a video gamer like that, but I know certain lines, the Shang and the song, and sang with liquor, and this was so visual when you say karaoke when you face the lyrics, like that was just it was beautifully painted because it's almost like you say it, you hear it, you see it. It was like automatically. I'm like, damn, they do be words there.
Yeah. Basically.
Facing these damn lyrics right now, like teleprompter. Like
Basically.
yeah, so talk about that.
So that's chain punching. So we connecting PlayStation to Soul Controller. So it's one person playing. So the Soul Controller.
Oh shit. We missed the SOLE, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Soul Controller. But also Shang's song is a show Soul Controller.
Right, I knew that.
Right.
Take your soul from.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that's chain punching with a little bit of scheming in there. Soul Controller like Shang with Spirits, sung with liquor. So Shang sung with liquor, but Spirits is also liquor.
Nice.
So it's layered.
Yeah.
It's constant chain punching, which is linking ideas
Wow.
over and over and over again.
Shang with Spirit, sung with liquor.
Sung with
See,
liquor,
that's-
and then sung when you
Sung
sing
with
with liquor, it's karaoke.
Face the
All right.
When you face the
This
lyrics.
show's over.
Well, this show we have a new host next week, and we won't be here.
Wait a second. I'm sorry. We were supposed to cuss. You on cable access.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
man,
My bad.
sorry. Bleep it out.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Shang with Spirits,
Yeah.
sung with liquor. Spirits and liquor, but Shang and sung go together.
Yeah.
He's just going to karaoke.
And then karaoke. Yeah, that.
All right.
Yeah,
Just
all right.
face the lyrics.
Nice.
All right.
Right? What's next?
Yeah.
I'm in the coop steering. Saw a crew of female sleuths. I had the group staring. Told them that I needed the proof or what my dude hearing. If they could provide the lies, then I'ma cook that goof and let the truth sear 'em.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know where to start in there.
Yeah.
So you got the group staring.
Yes.
We started with the coupe.
Right. We're in the coop staring. But, so you go from staring to group staring. So you got two similar, you got homophonic words with staring and staring.
Yeah.
So you go from there to, I needed the proof, female sleuths, but if they could provide the lies, which I know already,
Right.
I'm going to cook that goof. But not only I'm going to cook them, but I'm going to let the truth serum. So the truth serum that you use,
Yeah.
but I'm going to let the truth serum when I'm cooking them.
Yes.
Searing.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Get into that if you want to, please. Please. Class is in session.
Nah, y'all caught everything.
Okay.
It's just a splice, right? Truth serum, right? You break the serum in half or put it together, splice it. So that's there.
Okay.
Then we did interlinking in there where we, there was times where I didn't rhyme group staring and I just rhymed. I did segmenting, which was rhyming goof, stoop.
Okay.
And then also shadow boxing, which is rhyming with it. So it's basically shadow boxing, interlinking, segmenting, splicing, all in that 4-bar sequence. While storytelling.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, from the Truth Serum, you kept the rhyme.
Kept the rhyme scheme.
To the moon glaring, night lights.
Yeah, moon glaring. So when you go to moon glaring, that's safety pin. So you leave them hanging and go into the next focal point.
Okay.
These are all terms.
So did y'all take the poetry terms and flip them?
Some of them are new terms. Others are terms that our curriculum editor said this exists.
Oh.
So it's like, okay, it exists, so we can't trademark it, but
Got you. Because I was curious about that in the intro. I'm like, because we know a couple of poetic terms.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But these are like...
some of them are just hip-hop based.
Got you. I love that. Moon glaring, night light, zeitgeist. This a couple pixel had the wheels in your head turning like Excite-Bike.
I'm like, oh.
I feel like I should wait. No, we'll keep going. Hold up. In the Mercedes. No, I'm gonna stop there.
Okay.
Because.
Yeah.
All right. So, the moon glaring, night light, zeitgeist. All right.
Those are reflective rhymes.
Right. I get that. And then you say a couple pixel have the wheels in your head.
Older games, 64-bit.
Right. So I'm like,
have the wheel, but Excite-Bike from a Nintendo.
I played Excite-Bike.
I played it rather often.
Yeah, no, I have the old school Nintendos.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I play Excite-Bike.
But joy of having small children.
Yeah. But to say all right, hold on. A couple pixel, right?
Right.
A couple pixel will, and you abbreviate it to a pixel apostrophe LL, which sounds like pixel.
Yep.
So back then, the old games had less pixels.
Yep.
Right. And you mentioned video games earlier, so now not only are you going back to it, but it's coming up later on. You're bringing up another kind of alluding to a game that exists.
Right.
But the wheels in your head are turning like Excite-Bike. So is that somebody snapping the pics that makes your wheels in your head turn, or is it?
It's going back to zeitgeist, right? So when you think about zeitgeist, those are the people that kind of study specific things that happen. They study pics, they study movies, they study things like that. So a couple pixel have the wheels in your head turning, which is an idiom, right?
Yep.
So I didn't say like, so that's the super duper flow that Big Sean created, but it is a simile, right? Like Excite-Bike.
Right.
So pixel for Excite-Bike, as well as pixel from zeitgeist.
Gotcha.
But then the wheels in your head turning, which is an idiom.
Okay. Now my brother Lord Digger would debate that the super duper flow he created back in the days, and I mean he has proof of it on a song with Helter Skelter where he says gold caps iced up front, and that is his way of saying he created the super duper flow.
Right.
But
okay.
Yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do?
That's fine. Did he do it? Who did that?
My brother Lord Digger.
Okay, Lord Digger.
Yeah.
Did he do it through the whole verse?
It wasn't through the whole verse. He did. But he's done that type of thing. Just never
Sean.
Yeah.
So when Sean did it, he did it through the whole verse, and then he coined it.
He coined it, right.
So I think that's the difference.
Yeah.
In the Mercedes, both of my homes built on a Holyfield Buster. That's an Iron Mike fight. So you got Holyfield, you got Buster Douglas.
Right.
But your home's built on a Holyfield. So that's an Iron Mike fight. So y'all want me to break that down? Yeah, please.
Y'all
sure.
broke it down.
Quick scheme.
Are y'all done?
Quick scheme.
Oh yeah, please.
Are y'all done? I'm just asking.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
Yeah, you want to add something?
No, because the next line says the last name of Punches.
So y'all got Buster Douglas. Obviously, he fought Mike Tyson, and so Holyfield.
Right. And Holmes.
And Holmes.
Right.
but there was more. Mercedes fought Tyson, and so did both.
Francois.
Yeah, I forgot about it.
I'm in a Mercedes. Both of my homes built on a Holyfield Buster. That's an Iron Man. That's a scheme.
Yeah, I missed both. I definitely missed both. I definitely missed that. Yeah, I definitely missed that.
And it was interlinking because I skipped over a bar to the next words.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
In the Mercedes, both of my homes built in a Holyfield.
Yeah, I see why this is a final. I failed. I feel like I'm failing this class.
Yeah, I'm at a 73 right now.
Yeah, I'm definitely at a C minus right now.
And then quick scheme using last name as punch. So that's riveting. So letting the people know what's happening.
Okay, so when we talked about breaking the fourth wall, what you said what now?
Riveting.
Okay.
Breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, similar to that. Okay. Yeah. No, I like riveting.
Yeah. I like that term better.
Yeah, I do. But we were kind of explaining it to people.
And it is kind of tying the bow on it.
Yeah.
Like just, presenting it to you like this is what I did for you. So I like it.
This is what I did.
Right.
So a line that he knew I would like. I'm not a big DC fan. I'm more, he knows.
Yeah,
I'm a Marvel guy. We both Marvel guys.
Yeah, but I knew you would like it though.
Yeah, I still
using last names for punches. Networth, like I'm in the back cave with Butlers.
Yeah,
because
Alfred. What?
Because it's descriptively dope.
Descriptively, and it's visual. Like it's very visual.
Yeah, I feel like any Bruce Wayne mentions when it's done right, it
hit right.
It hits right. You know,
it does.
In the Batcave with Butler, like and he got brag too.
Yeah.
So
that's a simile.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Also, whether with my penmanship, the frigid type.
Yeah.
Yeah. This section right here.
And then it gets and then you're gonna have to explain all of this.
Right to win. It's so snowy. Simple life.
Right.
Reverse that so you can get it twice.
Right.
Life's simple, snowy, so it's winter, right? So wait a minute.
Right.
So, and this is literally backwards. Right to win is so snowy, simple life.
Right.
Reverse that so you can get it twice. Life's simple, snowy, so it's winter, right?
Yeah.
So
that's a reverse punch.
Time out because because I hit him when we did the joint. Right. And I wanted to know what was that called, and we both not reviewed it. We highlighted it, we picked it up, but we was like, we wanted it to kind of be this
exactly backwards. Right. Whereas as opposed to on that one, it was kind of phrases.
Yeah, it was phrases
that were rearranged.
And the Prince E joint we played, which was exactly backwards. But it was short because it's not easy to do. But to throw it in here like this, please talk about it. I
mean, it's that's a reverse punchline, which is difficult to do, right? And to make it make sense, a lot of it is, I can't give the formula away, but a lot of it is, making sure it makes sense both ways. And it's a lot. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of practice. It can be reachy. It can be people make it reachy, and shout out to Joyner. I think he, for him to do that over a long extended time, it's good. It's tough. It's good, but it ain't that. It ain't that. And Prince EA is another guy who can do it at that high level. But to write it in that format, and when you're done with it, it's a punchline. Is another level of writing that a lot of MCs can't do.
Talk about it, which is why you have a school, and MCs don't.
We teach that at my school, So we teach the students how to do it. There is a applied science to do it, and anybody can do it. You just got to follow.
I know you teach it. I know that's that might be your slogan for the school. So we're not gonna mess up your brand.
Anybody can.
You can do it at home too. You can rap like Mickey.
So you might not sound like me when
right. I see what you're saying.
But you can write it. We'll show you how to write it, and you can do it.
Nah, that makes sense. Yeah. I stand corrected. Anyone can do it. Caveman can do it.
Right.
Wicked Sight, all of my baggage claim, but Mr. Flight. Y3 King, but damn, I missed the flights.
You missed the flights?
Because he is the Y3 King.
Yeah, he's the Y3 King.
Y3 King.
I don't think I knew what Y3s were until like I hung around you, and I was like, I got to Google these things,
So,
at least pretend I know what they are. So I was like, I feel really out of it.
Listen, and the fact wasn't lost on me that you got an album Y3, but that's another story.
I mean, this guy, yo, when he says the king,
yeah, Y3 Kids, but damn, I miss the
time.
Flights, bro.
I'm the king of that. I'm the king of that, and you know, it's just glitching, right? So Mr. Flights and Mr. Flights.
is that what that's called?
That's what that's
It's
called?
called glitching. Yeah. So that's what I did on Rave. Glitching. Yeah, brother. Oh no, when I did checking boxes. That
Right.
glitching.
Yeah. Okay. See, I've done that. I ain't. What the hell I was doing?
That's what we call it.
Big glitching.
Nah, that's crazy. Do you miss the flights though? Do you
No. It's just something
something cool to say.
something cool to say. Mr. Flights. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. I think. I mean, do you mind if we go into the second verse?
Yeah. I mean, let's do the whole thing.
Let's do the whole thing.
Mark Sr., I used to take who you call Mickey up to the barber for a cut that was sharper. He would get a dark Caesar. Streetwise was the demo song feature on the tape I tried to make to be a large leader. Married his moms, I had hopes he would be a smart teacher. Never thought that he would own a school and charge features. Now I'm a granddad, proud of all his achievements. My baby boy gleaming. Kicked it as my father. I'm the illest talker, could have been a shitty lawyer, hired by a slick employer. A groupie ran up on me to get the aura chain on, gave her the cold shoulder, just ignored her. Good looking kiddo, right and landed me on different stages. You can read my bio for the booking info. Money's my bitch, we hug different. I was curious about a friend, so I developed a love interest. Triple entendre, don't ask me how. You'll figure it out later as I'm rapping it now. What's happening, pal? 440 foreign in the foreign with a formula for forging the forgotten form. Fly, God forbid I reform what I'm forcing. I came a long way from the faucet to get a fortress. Fortunately, acclimating classes through Zoom. Fly, avatar, creator, translation, Zeus.
Yeah.
Long live.
Long live.
First of all,
What's up?
to talk from the perspective of your pops is wild.
Yeah.
But to still, it's almost still like talking in third person, but from the perspective of someone else, which is it's a wild concept in the first place.
Yeah.
So that's insane. How did you even come up with the idea for that?
It's a penduluming term that we have. It's called method rap. So what Skies did with the Mind of a Saint, that's method rap. You know, method acting, method rap.
Okay.
You know, so I was like, gotta do it for the final. So I rapped as my father. Then I did another technique called overlapping. So nothing landed on the 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything landed on different parts of the beat, kind of like what Royce does when he goes into his skipping over a line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We call that overlap.
I never knew what that was called. Okay.
So that's why I say, and then Ribbon again kicked it as my father, so people know what's going on. So I did that for like 8 bars, but you know, method rapping is just that's another level of writing. Like only like super top tier MCs can do that from that perspective.
Yeah.
And Sky is one of those guys who can do that, right? I did Mickey Mouse, which was I did that a decade ago, where I rapped as a fictional character who did not exist, and only rapped about the 80s with 80s punchlines, 80s references, and art references in New York City in that time frame. So it's great to see other MCs beginning to do stuff like that. I mean, Sky's done it previously, but to do it for a whole project is another level of constraint.
Yeah. Constraint. That's the word. That's the cool word that I was thinking.
Oh yeah, constraints. Yeah.
So I want to talk more about the overlap before I go to the next line.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, we love Royce, and we noticed that he does this. And he's one of the few that can like have you know, on the edge of your seat waiting for the round to come back.
Yes.
But you kind of did it in a way where you had the Mark Senior, and then you had Take Mickey to the Barber for a cut that was sharper, and you had like Barber and Sharper, and the bar would have normally ended there, but you kind of kept the rhyme scheme going, so that's how it overlapped into Dark Caesar. Right. And then Streetwise was the demo, so you had the song feature come back, and then Large Leader, and then you kept it going with Smart Streets and Charge features. So I mean, I guess I don't want you to give away the secret of how overlapping works.
Right.
But it's just a really dope tool with writing. And I don't think everybody can't really.
It's tough to do.
It's tough to do.
Finding that pocket is not easy.
We teach it at Pendulum. It's an advanced rap theory, right? So we teach you how to land in specific places in the beat while remaining in the pocket. Royce mastered that. That's something that he's mastered since 2017, maybe 2016, right? Yeah. And he's done it to this level where he's able to keep the pattern and the rhyme style engaging,
yes,
while he's keeping the focal point going, but you just don't know where it's gonna land. And when it lands, it still feels like you're in the pocket.
Yeah.
You're not nodding your head, and you don't feel like you're off beat.
Yeah.
Another MC who can do that is Factz.
Factz good at that. Yeah.
You know, he got that song where he doesn't rhyme.
Right.
And you don't really realize that you're just nodding away. He's not even rhyming.
Yeah.
So like, that's overlapping.
Yeah. Drake has gotten better at it too.
Drake is nuts with that.
Yeah, Drake has gotten better. So we kept the rhyme scheme going, married his moms. I had hopes he would be a smart teacher. Never thought he would own a school and charge features. So that rhyme scheme going, is that factual? Did your pops want you to be a teacher, or
he wanted me to be an accountant or like a great? He calls it a.
Shout out to all the accountants out there, by the way.
He calls it a great man.
Oh,
nice. Hey, great man. Appreciate it.
But he wanted to, he put out a demo a year before I was born, 1981.
Yeah.
It was called Streetwise.
Wow.
Okay. See, I didn't even.
So he's trying to be a rapper as well. He used to rhyme to me while I was in my mother's womb.
Oh, amazing.
So that's probably why I am the way I am. And, he wanted me to be this great man. And he wouldn't, I don't think he ever thought that I would own a school teaching and stuff. Right? So that's why I wrote it from that perspective.
Right.
Wow. Okay.
Now I'm a granddad proud of all his achievements. My baby boy clean.
Yeah.
But then again, like you said, quarterback with the riveting. Kicked it as my father. I'm the illest talker. Could have been a shitty lawyer hired by a slick employer.
Yeah.
Man.
So yeah, I was going to NYU studying law.
Really?
Yeah. And it was just boring. I couldn't get jiggy with it.
Yeah. I can't get jiggy with this shit.
I was making $25,000 as a mailroom clerk / paralegal.
Okay.
And the junior attorneys were making $40,000 a year.
Wow.
And that didn't make sense to me. It just stopped making sense to me.
Not in New York.
Right. So I just stopped. I said, I could have been a shitty lawyer hired by a slick employer. That's factual.
That's facts. Right.
But it's also multi-syllabic rhyming and hemming.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Throwing it out.
Yeah, you got to throw that out there.
Right.
So he keeps the rhyme scheme. Ruby ran up on me to get the aura. Chain on, gave her the cold shoulder. Just ignored her. Why would you do that to a Ruby that runs up on you trying to get your aura? Like she didn't even.
Was it orange? I want to know. Was it orange? Was it glowing? Like what was the aura?
The aura was the chain on.
Yeah, right. You still wear chains?
I never wore a chain. It was just.
It worked.
I used to wear like these gold-plated Keith Haring thing, but that was my only chain I ever had.
Right.
So I guess I pulled from that. Chain on, gave it a cold shoulder, right? But the cold shoulder from the chain,
right?
Just ignored her, right? So coach, that's an idiom. Just ignore her. You give somebody the cold shoulder.
Good looking, kiddo.
Right.
Writing landed me on different stages. You can read my bio from the booking info.
Yeah.
But this is where I kind of was like, listen, we got to talk about this.
That's a mirror morph.
A mirror morph.
Yeah.
Writing landed me on different stages. You can read my bio for the booking intro.
It's a mirror morph because you can say it two ways and it's two different things. Like a mirror.
Okay.
So writing landed me on different stages, different levels. You could read my bio for the book and info. Book and info. Info like a bio.
Like
right. But then writing raps landed me on different stages performing.
Performing.
You could read my bio on Instagram. For the booking info. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So that's a mirror morph.
Okay.
I would have never known that.
Yeah, like you can read my bio for the book and the info.
Yeah.
You know,
You can read my bio for the booking info.
Yeah.
how do you choose? This is a good question. How do you choose?
He said this is a good question.
Which mirror morph to write down? Right? Because you gotta write it like you gotta send Genius the lyrics, like you gotta pop up on Apple Music or something, and you gotta choose one. You're like,
Jesus,
I can't put the slash because the person reading it, the karaoke, you can't say it twice. Like,
I mean, you know, it's one of those things where it's like it's an Easter egg, which is something else that we teach at Pendulum Meet.
Nice.
Right.
And it's for those, it's for the no bars off. It's for y'all to find it.
Nice. Okay.
It's just like when you go looking for Easter eggs, you gotta find it, right? And for me, it's about writing with intention. So I wrote that with intention. Writing a mirror morph is very tough to do because people don't really write with intention.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I got another one where I say it's only facts you look up. Russian punches like Drago, Stallone, Sister Apollo, Philly hate. What about the Rocky stats you put up, homie? Right? But Russian punches like Drago, Stallone, Sister Apollo, Philly hate. What about the Rocky stats you put up? Right? So like
Rocky
stats
you put up.
Rocky stat you put up or Rocky stats you put up? Yeah. So that's a mirror morph.
Okay.
You writing all these down, man?
What?
Let's record.
Let's
record. We good.
But I'm editing on that.
Yeah. You gotta write them down.
My notes.
That's crazy.
You gotta write this down.
And then we gotta ping them every time we use the
Yeah.
term.
Just let me
Definitely.
know.
Yeah, we gotta let him
Let me
know.
know.
He's gonna be calling for his bread.
Yeah, man.
Money is my bitch. We hug different. I was curious about our friends, so I developed a love interest.
So I went searching for this triple entendre.
Okay.
So money's my bitch. We hug different.
Yep.
That's a metaphor.
Okay, I got that.
Yes, personification.
Personification too. Curious about her friends, so I developed a love interest. So in the context of it being an actual relationship,
You an accountant too, so I'm hoping you get it.
So this is a good test. See, I might fail the test. So in the context of it being a relationship, as far as the personification of money being your chick, you develop a love interest.
Yes.
So that's one.
Yes.
The second is with money being your chick, and you're curious about her friends, you develop a love interest. So money brings interest.
Yes.
The closer you are to it. But the third one, I'm like, okay, money is my bitch. We hug different. I was curious about her friends, so I developed a love interest. So because I'm so into money, I got into how I can multiply, how I can make this money work, how I can make it work more for me than what it's doing right now.
Okay.
And
You right there.
And the interest is.
And the interest is like what you make, whether it be what you make on the back end or what your profit is.
Right. So are the friends more money?
Friends are
The
more
friends
money.
are more money.
But again, it's personification. So
Right.
the friends can be more women.
Right.
Okay.
So that's how the love interest is a triple. So you got the love interest with the original,
As far as the relationship.
right?
Okay.
Then you got the love interest with the money.
Got you.
Then you got the love interest with the friends of the money.
Of the money.
There's three interests.
Got you.
That's how we are able to create a triple entendre.
Got you.
Don't ask
Okay.
me how.
It's
Don't ask him
subject-
how. Well, we asked. We had to. That's the purpose.
Yeah, so to create a double entendre, you need to take subject, intrigue, and summation. So we have a triangle diagram to show you how to do that.
Right.
Nice.
With a triple, it's a little bit, it's more.
Yeah, that's a little more complex.
It's a little bit more complex, but we teach you that at Pendulum as well.
Y'all will figure it out later as you
Sign up
wrapping it
today.
down.
Right. So this next line, triple entendre, don't ask me how.
That's a nod. To
Listen,
take.
listen.
Nodding.
So you're nodding to Light Up,
Yep.
which to me was not a triple entendre.
It was not a triple entendre. It was
Right?
not a triple entendre. It was a double
It was a double that he forced.
that he forced.
Tried
Yes.
to
make a
force.
triple.
Yes.
And shout out to Jay because
Yeah.
Jay is Jay.
Yeah, you know.
He's done triples though. Let's be
He's
clear.
done mad triples.
Yes.
Which, when I heard that line and he was like, ow, I was like, ugh, why would you?
Yeah, why would
The
you
man
do
of the owl.
Triple entendre.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so I was surprised that you gave the nod because I was like, dope line, but at the same time, like Jay,
Yeah.
But either way, you figure it out later as I'm rapping it now. What's happening, pal? And then you get into a term that I don't know what it is, but it's pretty dope. So the nod to Jay comes back with the 4/4, which Jay dropped the album, 444, and he had 44 fours. So you kind of do the fours in the formula for forging the forgotten forms. God forbid I reform what I'm forcing. And then you kept it going, but came a long way from the force it to get a fortress. So 444 in the form. That could go some different ways.
Yeah.
But to say a formula for forging the forgotten forms. So 444 in the forum. Let's start there.
Start there.
What is you want?
Well, the term that I did there was alliteration, right? But then I'm also pulling from my experience. When 444 came out, it took me a while to listen to it, and everybody was like, "This is Jay's Kingdom Come, but on steroids. This is what we wanted from him."
It was an adult album.
It's an adult album. It's financial literacy on 10. I was like, all right, let me run a 4 and play 444.
Okay.
So that's where that came from. 444 and then the form. What did I say after that?
With a formula for forging the forgotten forms.
With the formula for forging the forgotten forms. So forums was a big thing now. That's what I was telling you about earlier.
Yeah.
I used to be on the forums all the time. Text battling, arguing with people about shock stimuli.
You and Joe Button, that was on the forum. He was big on the forum.
So that was, so that's where that came from. And I used different monikers, which is the fortune. So I wasn't always me. I was that Prada kid or renegade or whatever I could be.
Right.
Ended it off.
With root rhyming. So fly, can't forget. What did I say?
Fortunately, acclimating classes.
Oh, that's acronym.
Yeah. Factz.
Spell out Factz.
Fly Avatar,
Yes.
Creative Translation.
Both of those.
So, yeah, Factz.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Shit, I didn't even catch the last one.
Yeah.
Fly Avatar, Creative Translation. Zeus.
Yeah.
Bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you ended it with an acronym.
Yes.
And they're supposed to get all of these terms.
Yes.
Wow.
And you get 100, an A if you catch them all.
Yeah. You get a grade.
I'm interested to know how many kids passed.
I would say about 87% of them passed.
That's not
Anybody
bad.
get 100?
One guy got a 99. He was this close. He was
That's
this
impressive.
Gee, just the 99 is impressive.
He was
No,
very
that's-
very close.
That's really good work you guys are doing.
This is amazing work.
Because I would need, we could probably get a 70 just based off the hip hop.
I mean, this is your first time, right? Like,
Yeah,
they had
right.
8 months to do it, so it's
If we knew the terms,
Right.
we probably would have. We
Yeah,
would have.
this is what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that was their final, and they loved it. They loved the final. You know what I'm saying? It's like what y'all do with their time, and they listen to it, they read it,
Right.
and then they had to put it together.
That's dope,
This is
This is beyond amazing.
Yeah,
You don't understand how dope this is.
Nah, because we created this platform because of people like you that really care about
Craft.
this part.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So everybody that's watching, our audience are people that are gonna dissect and want to get this type of stuff.
Right.
What makes you want to continue to feed them?
I think it's a bug. I think that I have in me. It's a bug that has to remind people that this is what I do. Maybe once a year. Maybe my calling is the school, and then just going on radio stations and just going crazy.
Blacking out.
Yeah.
I think that's just what I can do, and I think I'm known for that now. Like when you call me, like you know what's gonna happen. Like I'm pulling up with 80 to 100, and it's gonna be some wild stuff. I'm gonna talk to you about comics. I'm gonna talk to you about financial literacy. I'm gonna give you some crazy bars. I'm gonna talk some fashion. I'm gonna talk some honey shit. It's gonna be all types of stuff in there. You never know what you're gonna get when you get a Mickey Factz freestyles, but just know it's gonna be wild. You know what I'm saying? So that's, for me, it's like I gotta always uphold it, because the dean of the school has to represent for the students and the faculty and the culture. Right. You know, it's a great representation of what the culture is about. And if I can apply these techniques that I created and I'm able to express them in lyric form and people can catch them and be like, okay, he did this, I've done my job. Because at some point, right, language within what we do, from you guys breaking it down to me writing, it's all about intention. You guys are intently listening to break it down. I'm intently writing for you to break it down. Yeah. Right? And it's important that we all speak the same language so that we all are unified in that space. Right. All of us, I want to say for about 13, 14, 15 years, when Elzai was in front of the porch and he was like, man, I broke down the science, man. We doing typewriters, we doing shadow boxing. And everybody was like, what are you talking about? Right. And he never broke it down. Shout out to L, that's my man. Now we have a space where we have over 50 techniques where we tell you what we're doing. So you know when you're listening with intention to be like, okay, Mickey did this here, he did this here, he did that here, he did this here, he did that here. It's important to teach that so you know. And then not only do we teach it so you can hear it, we also teach it so you can write it.
Nice. But it's also important to teach it so that the listener can appreciate it. Exactly. Like, I don't think people take the time to appreciate music. People digest music so quickly now. And like everything just, hot today, gone tomorrow. I don't think people take the time to appreciate like the craft in itself. So just being able to understand those terms and being able to understand what people are taking the time to put together, right? You appreciate it more because you know like exactly what the writer's trying to do. So yeah, this is important. Yeah, it's very important. This is definitely culture appropriate. It's definitely culture necessary, and it's definitely what keep the culture around. Like it definitely keep what always should have been in the forefront, which is lyricism, which is what battle was built on, which is what the culture was built on anyway. So
I think back to when you had the Double XL cover that kind of changed the world, really. And even when you had the Jive deal and the music you were making, it was you had a choice to make. I feel like because I remember seeing you on the BET stage and bouncing around, and the music had this bounce and this energy, and I was like, man, this is. I know two Mickeys. Like I know the entertainer, the stage show, everything. Like able to make those records that can cross over. Yes. And at the same time has this pen that is phenomenal. That is a deep thinker. Right. How do you make that choice to say I'm gonna do this? Like what makes you tap in?
So there was a plan A and there was a plan B. Plan A was to always be as successful as possible and use the marketing of fashion, women, and being cool as plan A. Right. And creating music that reflects that and easing up on the pen when you write the songs. So when I was writing these crossover songs and the stuff that made the women want to dance and get with me, I was writing on a 4. Right. I had to force myself to write at a 4 or a 5. Now I would still multi-syllabic rhyme. Yeah, absolutely. But it was so simplistic. I had to write at a 4. But the one thing I always did, every song I wrote, I would write a 32 at an 8, 9, 10. Now I had to do that, not because I wanted to do it, but because at the time I was coming up with Corey. So every other week,
Corey Guns.
Every other week or every month, I would have to cipher with Corey.
Yeah, you gotta be ready.
So I had to be ready. So yeah, I'm dancing on stage. I'm doing all this shit.
Yeah.
And then BT cipher or BT the deal, whatever the show was. Yo, we got Corey here. Yo, pull up.
Yeah.
I gotta be ready. Yeah, Shade 45, who cares? Yo, we got Corey Charles here. Pull up.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta,
So the SOBs.
Yeah.
Corey, shut it down.
He shut it down.
Yeah.
I rhymed before him because it's difficult to rap after Corey.
Well, there's a showmanship aspect to what he does in terms of the speed rap, and the Young Money aura was there as well.
Yes.
So, not taking anything away from him, because I did joints with him too, but I was there a lot of times when he stepped in the building. It was like, there was a mystique. Like, this is Peter Gunn's child, who people saw as a youngster. So I understand what you're saying. So
it's tough to rhyme after him. It's tough to rhyme before him.
Yeah.
So I always had to write 8, 9, 10 for radio. Just for radio. So that's where this comes from.
Yeah.
It's just muscle memory. So when we came here for the grand opening, and I'm like, yo, I got 600-700 in the stash. That's from sparring with Corey. So I'm in and out of here. Every time I stepped out, I was reciting a verse. Come back in, yo, whatever. Yeah. Food not ready. I walk out, recite another verse. Come back in. Muscle memory.
And I was giving you kudos because I remember those days of having to go to radio and do DET. Even when I did the basement and all of that type of stuff.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. It wasn't my biggest fear, but I don't want to do more than one take. I don't want to mess up.
One take is old. That's what we aim for.
Yeah, that's what we pride ourselves on. But not everybody can do that.
Nobody can.
So but I know the preparation it takes.
Yeah, it's a lot of prep.
It's not easy.
And then to do it in a 2-week span. So my plan was, y'all was there. My plan was to hit Cosmic Kev, LA Leakers, High Off Life down here. I went to my band spot in Vegas. Bars on 995, Sway in the morning, Flex. It was supposed to be back to back, and people would have been like, "What is going on?" That's the feeling that I wanted people to leave with. Right? But Sway, he canceled on me. Flex still hasn't dropped my joint.
Oh, really? Did it? And it's not out.
It's not out. And then who else didn't? Oh, Cosmic Kev said nah. And then I didn't go to High Off Life.
You didn't go High Off Life yet?
No, I had a flight that got canceled when I was leaving Miami, so I had to drive to Atlanta. I was too tired to go to High Off Life. But I was gonna go there and give him 50. I had 50. I still got the 50. I had 50 for Sway. I had 50 for High Off Life. I had 100 for Kev. I gave half of that 100 to LA Leakers.
This is not typical, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, this is not normal behavior, just so y'all know.
It's not normal behavior.
Not to drop an album and then...
Yeah, drop an album.
And then have 600 other bars just ready. This is not normal.
And I say that because we know as writers, like, you got lines, right? And you got to pick and choose who going to get the lines.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how are these lines are going to be best received?
Yes.
And sometimes the album has more shelf life. So you might choose, all right, if this person don't hear it, they're going to hear it on the album later on.
Right.
And then when you do them freestyles, sometimes it doesn't always have, the same shelf life. But
it's legacy building.
Yeah. It could, in the sense of the terms of a Black Thought or Royce, you go somewhere and flame it. It gets replay value for years and years and years.
Yes,
like, your Flex freestyle was talked about just from the jewels that you dropped.
Yeah.
Very different from what anybody else went up there and did.
Did it again.
Oh man. So
let that go, man. What you holding on to, bro?
Oh yeah, I gave him that.
Go,
I gave
man.
him that accountant. I gave him that accountant rap again.
Yeah, you gotta let that go, Flex. Man, come on, bro.
It's wild.
Man,
the accountant loves that, man.
Yeah, gotta love that.
Man, I don't even know what else.
Yeah,
to say.
I don't even know what I said, man. This has been amazing, man. I learned so much.
Yeah,
this was an amazing experience. Like, the live show in terms of doing the Q&A for the the project in its entirety was dope. But
Hey, yo, Shamir.
yo, son,
Need that.
Yo, so he
Hey,
said
bro.
he got Dropbox issues. That's what's
Hey,
going
bro,
on.
listen.
Just put it out.
Listen, man.
Just put it on
This
live.
is-
We'll
this is
screen
a
grab
big
it if we got to.
world.
Like,
You can put it
you know
in
what I'm saying?
there,
No,
Sir.
ladies and gentlemen, the night was epic. Yo,
Y'all
are we
don't
lying?
understand.
You're not lying.
The conversation was it was
Y'all don't
nuts.
understand,
It was
man.
flowing.
Man.
It's nuts.
Everybody, like the questions from the audience, the questions we had, the way everything was just like the vibe was crazy.
Somebody got come up off that.
You know what I'm saying? I was telling Scott, like, yo, you missed it. He was like, yo, for real? I knew you was. Like, that's how crazy it was. So,
that night was epic.
it was dope, man. It was dope.
We'll get it to you.
Yeah, we got to.
Nah, and it's dope that you just shared, you know what I'm saying, the plug, and then be like, nah, that's only me.
Yeah,
You know what
absolutely.
I'm
Man,
saying?
we all family, man. We look where we at right now. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
true.
So
Yeah, this
it's
is
one of
dope.
those things where, we all got to eat at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And when we eat at Burger Bistro.
Hey,
Make sure you pull up on my man Scott. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna get everybody together too. I'm tired of all this Atlanta, New York rap separation. We're gonna get everybody together. Stolly, I'm talking to you too, man.
Oh, yeah. Definitely got to get Stolly in here. Got to get West Side in here at some point. You know what I'm saying?
Too many implants.
I think we need to. I think we need to have a Father's Day cipher, man.
Something.
Wow, that'd
Something.
be dope.
Father's Day
I'll break it down.
Yeah, we're
Hey, you got to rhyme, nigga. You got to rhyme.
Yeah,
You
we
can break
gotta
it down,
talk
but you got to rhyme.
Yeah, we gotta talk to Scott
Talk
about
to
that.
Scott, man. We talk to Scott. Make it an event. Yo, it'll take me like 3 months to have 20 bars.
Wow. Never forget.
Long live, man. Long live.
Yo, long live, man.
Long live,
Shout out to
man.
my guy Mickey Factz.
Yo.
Project is dope. Song is dope.
Project is crazy.
Man.
And
I appreciate all the teaching going on tonight, man.
And if you are not familiar with Pendulum Inc.,
yes.
shout out to Chilla Jones. Make sure you shout out everybody that's involved with it.
Chilla Jones, Jeff Walker, our mental health specialist, rhymecology, Professor Kim, Comic Book Kim, and Roberto Santos from Official Rap Seminar.
Yeah. We showed love the rap seminar too.
We got a whole bunch of people pulling up this year. We got Ransom, RJ Payne, Pharaoh Monch, Absol, Benny the Butcher, Sarah, no, not Sarah, pardon me, Ashana, Big Crit, Big Boy, Twisters pulling back up, Killer Mike, DMC, Lord Finesse, working on Coogee Rap, working on Tierra Wax. Everybody's pulling up to the school.
I
King
love
Los,
it, man.
King Los is pulling up.
King Los pulling up?
Yeah, Rod Digger, Jazz the Rapper.
Wow.
Yeah, this year is nuts.
Shout out to Rod Digger.
Man,
This year is nuts.
like I said, if you're not familiar with Pendulum Inc.,
Man, get familiar.
get familiar.
Familiar,
Check
man.
it out, man. It's only us here.
It's only us here, man.
Please.
Long live, baby.
Cop it,
Yes, sir.
download it, buy it,
Stream
all
it,
that,
watch it.
everything, man.
Yeah, man.
And whatever y'all folks are doing out there, once again, shout out to Sky Zoo and the Burger Bistro.
Yes, sir.
Man had a vision, made it happen. We had the audacity to create a restaurant. This man had the audacity to create a school. And we
had the audacity to create a podcast.
created a podcast.
What do you know?
And it's fire.
Hey.
So you can do what you do out there. Take no bars off. Peace.
Real spitters take no bars off. Huh.